Hello, and welcome to another episode of TC Finds. I'm Tyler Dylan Cox, and today we are rebuilding a horse trailer. This belongs to some good friends of mine that they've had it for years. I remember this trailer since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. And now it's time to renovate it and make it pretty and functional. Let's dig in.
It's alive! Because his head's too fat to fit one.
You know what we got to do is turn the key.
It was all
It's happening!
I could do to keep from crying. Sometimes it seems so useless to remain. You don't have to call me darling. You never even call me by my name.
Beauty is only skin deep. Ugly goes to the bone. Year unknown. Brand Brute? Easy Pull or something like that. It's honestly in decent shape, but it does have some few little rust issues. It's filthier than sin. It needs tires, needs functioning lights, just the basics, to try to save what we got going. See, a little bad. We got some rust repair we need to do, or Bondo, if it ends up coming to that. It's just a trailer, nothing special, but it needs to last a good long while. And that's what we're gonna do. So we are going to start by washing it, getting it cleaned up, seeing where we got to hit the rust, get all that out of the way, and go from there. Door opens nice. We got a little rust here and some floppy woppy boards. We aren't gonna go for top of the line luxury horse hauler type style. We want good old fashioned, works, functional, lasts. Basic. Looks good from afar and up close to a point. Big contributor to trailers rotting out is right here. Hay, poop, moisture, staying in the wood, keeping things soaked, it'll rot it out quick. So, tech tip, blow it out. We only got one side done. That's because the truck's getting dirty, so we need to move it. But part of the problem, or unhook it, but part of that problem of unhooking and hooking has been that yak. It works, but barely. So I have a new one. I think we'll replace it really quick. That way we can move the truck out of the way and continue cleaning. And we're just gonna do this number. You aren't wearing wearing safety glasses, put them on. I know. You don't gotta state the obvious. Here. Got metal in my eye once. Recently. Had to pay to get it taken out. I can't see good out of the eye now. And I was wearing safety glasses. It's luck of the draw. Out with you. That's warm. Use my hammer here. Boy, hammer ain't even doing it. Need a bigger hammer. Hey, this thing is all wallered, so we're just gonna build it. A fancy new yak right here. If I can get the freaking plastic off. There we go. And that has been a long time coming. The old some buck actually looks pretty clean. Hasn't been clean in probably 20 years. But she wants it painted to match a truck. A gas or Dodge with over 500,000, no, over 600,000 miles if you even think that's possible. So white on white will look right. Something like that. But now the thing to do, since we're out of the wet and on dry land, all these rust spots. Gotta take the wire wheel to them and hit all of them and get them clean. Spots you know are just eaten, and that's where moisture's gotten behind the paint. Started to eat it away. And then something else we're gonna have to do is caulk. We're gonna have to caulk the seams, caulk these seams, and yes, I did pressure wash the roof. And even these, you see where it's cracked, because they don't weld them all the way. But this trailer's honestly probably better built than what is built nowadays. But we're just gonna try to make it last. I went through with my wire wheel and hit all these little spots where the rust was being extra rust. I might hit a few with the sander. Did a little bit, well, did actually a fair amount inside. Just to get the loose stuff off. But like this rail back here and this rail are definitely the worst of it. But just I missed that. Knocking off the loose. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean those areas and put red primer on them to seal them. And then we got to go through all these joints and caulk a bunch. So now we're going to take our red primer for a good timer. Just hit all these rough spots. It won't be perfect, I know. It'll be better than it was. And that's all we're going for. What happened? So we got everything in primer. I'm having to mask off some of the aluminum to hit some of the spots with the primer. And while I'm at it, I might as well just mask the whole thing, because really, we just need to mask it and it's done. Then move on to cleaning some more. It is hot in February here. It's supposed to cool down next week, but golly, feels like summer. So I'm using this 3M 2093 for fine lines, for all the not fine lines here. And it actually works pretty good. I did it on the other side. So it is worth the purchase, I suppose, for that. Or for sharp lines, excuse me, not fine lines, sharp lines. So I'm gonna finish getting this masked up. Then we'll do a little cleaning, a little caulking, and then we could figure out, all right, to shoot or not to shoot. And I'll show you what we're going with as far as shooting. Seems like a lot of other known YouTubers are all about the tractor paint and implement paint for pick-em-ups and cars and things of that nature. Well, we're gonna do that exact same thing, only this is more of an implement than anything. But I think just doing the little bit of primering and stuff might make it better. I really don't know. I've painted 2 trucks in my life, once with bed liner and once not bed liner, and both came out eh. This one I'm gonna try with the electric sprayer I use on fences. See if it works. So I had this leftover Bondo from the F350, so I figured we could use it for the holes. We prepare, we fill, we paint, and we finish. Well, that's pretty good. Is there constructions anywhere? I don't see any. Yeah. I'll figure it out. But the only spots I'm gonna hit are these obvious rust holes. I think you're supposed to have these bare metal, so I might sand them back down, or I might not, because it'll be good enough. This is how we remove the rust. There we go. So anyone who knows me, I'm the absolute furthest thing away from a body man that exists. But I've done this once or twice. Oh, I forgot how good that smells. We'll just throw a little bit in there and see if we could make something of it. There we go. I lost all my not trowels, but spreaders. So I found this piece of plastic that might just work. You might call me a hack, and well, feel free to. So now we're gonna mix this up and see what we could get. You absolutely would be. Yeah, there is horse poop in there.
Yeah, this is you have to get all of that. Oh,
Poodle professional, right? Yeah, I would agree so. Oh yeah, clearly very, very well done. Don't play with the light bulb. But I'm hoping with a little sanding, it'll be a little better. So I'm gonna let all that set up for a good little while. And until then, I got me some DAP caulk. Caulk? I'm just gonna go through and hit all the joints and the seams. That way it's all sealed up. So the water will stay trapped, because at this point, I don't know what the better option is other than welding the whole thing, which obviously ain't gonna happen. But this will be a little better. Keep water from hopefully going where it shouldn't. So let's get ready to So Jerry Lee just handed me the blower. So now I'm gonna blow the dust off here, and we gotta caulk all these seams. Look, that one's a hillbilly. You see, no shoes. Hillbilly, and the overalls. She's not super poor though, because both her straps are on, but as soon as one of those rips, poor. She is caulked. I am not a professional caulker. No sabe too good. I'm better just welding it, but it'll work. It'll seal it. It's good. So now we're gonna do the expedited version of body work. I'm just gonna take this and smooth her out a little bit. Then I do have some fine sandpaper I'll hit it with. And then the huge process of wiping the whole thing back down. Far from perfect, but better than nothing. Decided before I get too far, I might as well get this junky old angle out of here. And look, there's cause of board rot and trailer rot, because I want to clean this joint up here before we paint to get that to where it's paintable. Went ahead and sliced off the old license plate holder because it was broke. And we're gonna go ahead and take these off because I got new LEDs. So might as well get paint behind there. These are good lights. They're solid enough for most things, but the LEDs will look better, be brighter. Just updated a bit. All right, it's caulked, it's primed, ready for a good time. There's a few Bondo spots I do need a still primer, but we need to wipe it down first. So to clean it, we're gonna use just our basic acetone. Wipe it down with some rags, prep it all, spray the primer, and then start mixing up the paint. I got a Rust-Oleum implement paint. And we're gonna mix it with a hardener to make sure it does what it's supposed to do, gets hard. And there was also a kind of a type of thinner I got with it. But we'll take a look at that in a second. Until then, time to get to wiping. So we are going to paint right here. Oh, you didn't see that because there was nothing here. No, nothing to get too dirty. Now, the paint I bought was on sale at Tractor Supply. Rust-Oleum Farm and Implement Paint. Stops rust. We definitely need that. Rust preventative. We definitely need that. And with it, now this is the Tractor Supply Magic brand, a reducer. At 1 pint to a gallon. Okay, sweet. And then I also bought this hardener. So does it transfer over? Well, we are about to find out. And this is for 1 US gallon. But you add it to a gallon, right? Something like that. Anyways, we're gonna try that and try this and try this out. I typically buy just the normal gloss white for fences and things of that nature, but maybe this one has extra stick to it. But this you're supposed to add 20 minutes prior. So we're gonna do just that. Now to paint this trailer, I'm using a Wagner airless sprayer. This could be found at Home Depot for like $100 or $150. And this is why I used to paint pipe fences, typically. During my day job. I've had to replace this front head. This has been the same for a while. You have to really, really, really clean them every time you're done. That's the downfall. So I only use this when there's enough fence to warrant that. If not, it's the old roll and brush method. But I run a little paint thinner through this to start, clean out any little dirt or debris, leftover paint, gets it flowing good. Then I pour the paint, then I start. I think I'm going to start on the roof because nobody's going to see the roof, and that could give me a good lay of the land. Figure it out. I'm hoping I could stretch the exterior over 1 gallon. It's gonna be tight to say the least. But if there's a will, there's a way, and that means maybe. So let's get started. There's a little dust, debris in here, just from the last time we painted. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. So a little paint thinner.
Yeah, some black.
Oh, watch out, Jerry. Stand back. And you always want to paint a well-ventilated area and wear the proper eye protection, body protection, and breathing protection. There's a few different settings for speed that it's going out, and trigger, which allows paint, and width right here. Last one I was doing was on the smallest because it was a 2 3/8 piece of pipe, so you don't need much. For this, we're probably going to go wider, and yeah, see what happens. So y'all know how anti-safe I am, as some of you say. I actually try to be safe, but I'm wearing gloves because I don't want my hands even filthier than they already stay, stained with paint and everything else. It could be a little stinky.
And then wash it.
All right, so I have it on lowest setting, 3rd notch up for paint. There we go, paint's coming out.
my heart is beating low and my head is bowed. You've been seen with my best friend on the other side of town. I don't mind this waiting, don't mind this running around. But if you're gonna cheat on me, don't cheat in our hometown. How can I stand up to my friends and look them in the eye? Admit to questions that I know would be nothing but lies. You spend all your pastime making me a clown. But if you're gonna cheat on me, don't cheat in our hometown. Now there are no secrets in this little country town. Everyone knows everyone 4 miles and miles around. Your bright eyes and your sweet smile are driving me insane.
Well, there you have it. That took, gosh, at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half to get covered. It's all white with me. I do have a plan to cover that front ripped up part of the aluminum. Aside from that though, and that moth that landed on it, it's looking pretty slick. I think once we strip the tape off, everything will pop, and I found some hubcaps I think I'm gonna use on it. 2 are NOS, but that's okay. New old stock. Got hit that bottom pipe, and there's a bunch of little touch-up work that I couldn't hit with the sprayer, that I'll hit with the spray can, because that doesn't need to be as critical as the hardened paint on the rest of it. And man, once we get the new lights in, it's gonna look like $1,000,000. Next morning, I'm pretty dang impressed. Sure, you see a little of the peel, and you know, it's not perfect, but it's got a nice gloss. Look, it's reflecting off itself. I'm pretty dang happy with that. That was so easy. Oh, thanks, Buster. Yeah, not bad at all. Now we gotta take all the tape off. All the tape, we're gonna take all the tape off, okay?
Okay, well, take the tape off. Because we need to. Then can we put Mr. Hockey? Whoa, it's sticky. Yeah. Papa. I'm going to take the tape off. Harry has to take the tape off.
Just peel it off.
Like,
You want to come help peel the tape?
You think it's smart to break my heart and run down my name? How can I stand up to my friends and look them in the eye? Admit to questions that I know would be nothing but lies. You spend all your pastime making me a clown.
Okay, time to go through the final checklist. We need a piece of angle here. We need lights. Touch-up paint here and there. Tires, that's a tomorrow thing. Caulk, where we couldn't. Clean that aluminum up. That aluminum came out real nice, but then we need to figure out something for that. Safety change, safety pin. Figure out something for that. And that's about it. Oh, thanks, Buster.
That's what we're doing today.
Yep, that is what we are doing today. Oh, and marker lights. I got those too, though. Now, the interior here, we are not going for fantastic. I painted that black, just kind of hit it, hazed it, and this the rails, we aren't going for white. We're just going for blanco. Blanco. Just poquito blanquitos is perfecto. A little fresh, but not ancient. So you can see we have our problem, but I found a solution. This old piece of diamond plate I got from a dumpster of a house we were doing a cleanup at, a new build, and this will just hug so perfectly. We'll stick a few self-tappers in there and we'll call it good. Nice. But first, I'm going to pull some of this out and use it to patch up that step on the other side. That hammer's a little bit big, so we got a little piece from the front in here, and we're just gonna massage it over, and we'll stick some self-tappers in it, and it'll be good enough.
What? Yes, what? Is that old scissors, Dada?
They're old scissors, but they're good scissors. There we go, and we'll stick some liquid nail or something to sandwich that together.
Let me take this off.
Yeah, be careful with those, baby. Yeah, something like that. Sure, there's a little bit there, but there's only so much perfection we could do. She just ran off saying it was cold. The cold has came back now. Yesterday it was pushing 90 degrees. Today the temperature has just dropped and dropped, which I am okay with. What you doing back here, bud?
I'm trying to put this on.
Oh, the lights.
Yeah.
Here, let me show you. You peel the gasket off.
And just pick this out.
And look, this says top. Here, let's pull that off.
That's all.
There we go. Then you put that in. There you go. Here we work it around. It has worked out that these are the exact size as the old lights are just about. Ooh, the other side was a little better. There we go. It works out. You can see it back here, but you get this lip around there.
And then I could do the what?
You can do the light.
Yeah. Cause that.
Oh, wrong side. You put it in from the front, and you put the spot for the wires down.
I did that.
Let's see. Oh no, do you need help? We did this already. I'll show y'all. Bam! Oh, that looks good. That looks good. All right. There we go. Maybe get a little bit more of that tape off there. You know, that tape ain't hurting no one. There we go. And boom, the end. Excellent. we're finally to the point for lights. And all I bought was just these LED cheapy Hopkins clearance markers. They'll be fine for this. They'll look good. The chrome will pop a little. They just work. So now to get these where we want them and start playing with the test light. Quabam! That ain't too shabby. Ain't too shabby. It's tall. Not the best lights. Not the worst either, though. It was difficult to figure out where I wanted to drill, to hide old holes, to run my wire, but I think it'll work. Now to do the other marker lights. Hopefully they will all line up like that one. That way it's uniform. So I have my running lights turned on the truck, so I know I have running. This I would assume has to be power because it goes to my marker lights. And lo and behold, oh, come on, focus. Power. Have my ground on my new screw I put in here, which, ooh, they're only biting by a thread. But yes, light. So I could connect these two and we should be in good shape. Looky there, we have running lights. All on the side. All I use is these little heat shrink connectors. You could get the whole pack on Amazon and they are pretty dang reliable for what they are. I really like them. So that one is my running. The next one will be my turn and stop. And then we do the other side and, oh yeah, we need to figure out the license plate light. I think I'm gonna have it where the license plate mounts sideways. And it runs wire, power here, and we'll have the light somewhere in here. Say hi.
Hi.
We got lights.
Yeah. And we're gonna ride it here while he backs it up.
Yes, we're gonna back it up to right here where I have some lights so I can pull off tires to take them in tomorrow. But we are lit. License plate light works good.
Yeah.
Brake lights work, blinkers work. She's gonna be a respectable old trailer, isn't she, Jerry Lee?
Yeah. You get this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got stickers. So we have some special surprise stickers with H, because the last name of the owner's Huckabee. So that'll look really good. And we have some pinstriping. We have some hubcaps. And with the new tires, we'll be in good shape. Right, gang?
Yeah.
There's my plan for hubcaps. I wanted to at least have a look. 2 are brand new. But yes, that will suit the trailer really nicely, right guys?
Yeah, but this one's true.
Well yeah, 2 are older and 2 are brand new. I found in a van I scrapped. So we'll clean it up with the aluminum brightener. And now to pull tires off and take them in. Boom. There you have it. The red matched extremely close. That one holds air for a while. Figured I'd throw it on there. My TC Land logo, because, I did do the work. I didn't go crazy with the stripes because there's no need. There's a little bit of goodness and simplicity. That's awesome. Now to take it to its owner. The hubcaps were a good touch. Good touch. Now, this isn't perfect. It's far from it. But it's 1,000 times better. It's presentable. Now, you two at home can remodel your trailer. We have $650 in tires. That was the biggest expense. About 22 to 25 hours of labor. And screws, 100 and probably close to 200 on paint. So all in all, $679. Let's say $1,000 bucks. $1,000, a little bit of elbow grease, and your old trailer could be looking like new, or new as it can be. So this one I did for a friend. I didn't charge. I'm just getting reimbursed for what I spent, and I think it's pretty dang good for what it is. So you too could go try this at home. Until then, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't. See you next time.